Welcome back, folks. All right. So, in case you are just watching this channel for the first time and haven't been following, 71 Corvette had the rear, had all the chrome done down in Tijuana. Came back, discovered that the driver's side rear was bent, and I didn't know it until I tried to put it on. This lower piece here that follows the line of this rear valance down was just sticking out. It was sticking out like an inch and a half. It was just bent, and so I bought a replacement, and then I sent that down to get it chromed, and they did a great job. In fact, this area here was really bad with rust. It wasn't rusted through, but it just had a lot of surface rust. They cleaned it up really nicely. I also opened these holes up a little because it was sticking out a little bit too far this way on the side. It needed to come in. So I opened up these holes so I could move the whole thing on board a little bit. I'm going to put it on, and hopefully it fits. I did test fit it before I sent it out for chroming, which you should always do. Don't do what I did and just send your pieces off and assume that they're okay, because mine were not. And now I've spent an additional, I think this costs me $150, and then it cost me another $100 for the chrome. Or no, I'm sorry, $150. So now I've got $300 into this piece, which is still about half of what it would cost to get a new replacement piece. Believe it or not, these are about $650 right now. And I'm sure the original GM part is better. 99% sure of that. So here we are. I've got the brace. I've got my nuts and bolts and washers, a couple wrenches, and I like to start on the corner. So if you're installing these, the easiest bolt to get in and started is the corner. If you get the corner in here, you can do that pretty easily without help from anyone, and then it'll hold it in place and you can get the rest of them in. So that's what I'm going to do. And, the tape is here for protection. Probably not necessary, but it doesn't hurt. I'll be back in a minute, and then we're going to see if this thing fits. All right, you guys. It's looking pretty good. I got both of these lower bolts in. I want to point out that those of you that saw the first video would notice this angle was really off. Like, this was a huge gap. It was like that. And then I actually cut this and welded it. You can see here. And I put it at a new angle, and look at the angle. Pretty good. Not perfect. It could have been, this could be in a little more, but it's really good. Way better than it was. And then I want to show you over here, which you can barely see, but right there. So this is flush now, super solid. So I've got that bolt in. Let me show you. And I've also got the brace. So we put the brace in here. Pro tip, you got to attach this to the bumper first before you get it in here, because how are you going to tighten that bolt? You're not, right? You're not going to reach inside there. So put that on first, and then over there is the other bolt that's holding the side, right? And you're not crushing these things, you guys. Don't go crazy. Now, the last thing, and you guys are going to find this hilarious, I think. You've got this brace, which is kind of like a two-parter, and you screw the bumper part in first, in my estimation, because you want this to sit pretty flat, and then I'm going to move this around and then tighten this down. But check this out. I was reaching up here, and the nut fell off, and then the washer fell off. And I want to show you where the washer ended up. I'm not even making this up. You guys are going to... You'll laugh. This is Murphy's Law to the extreme. All right, so the washer falls off. It hits the ground over here, and it rolls. I'm not even kidding you. It rolls all the way down the car, all the way up to the front wheel, and it ends up below the engine. I can't even get this to focus right now. Hang on. You see it up there? See if I can focus it. That's the washer. It's below the engine. Crazy, you guys. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to go get it and put it back on. But that was, I just watched it roll. It was really hilarious. It fell off and it rolled, rolled all the way down there. And then, does it make a left turn? No. It made a right turn and ended up like right in the middle. Look where it is. It's right, almost directly underneath the car, way down there. Hilarious. I'll be back. Okay, hey. All right. I'm thinking that's good, you guys. Sorry, I can't give you a better view. I'm crammed up here in the garage, but looks pretty good. This side does stick out a tiny bit more than this side, but I say, who cares? Doesn't matter. It looks great. Both sides look good. All right, blah, blah, blah. And then we come over here, blah, blah, blah. It does kind of stick out. I thought it was a little tighter to the car, but actually it's fine. It's even. All the spacing is good, like the spacing here. Look at that. Boom. It looks great. I'm happy with it. Now, next thing on the agenda is license plate frame. I'll do that in another video. Not a big deal, hopefully. But this, you guys, completes the major chrome installation on the car. What a long journey. There you go. So we got front and rear bumpers, the main bumper components in. Solid. Looking good. Hope this video has been helpful or at least mildly entertaining. See you guys later. All right, well, before we go, I'm going to tack this on that I just put this frame up. I used the 2 lower holes, put a couple screws in, and then I had these out. Watch this, you guys. Watch some Corvette purists lose their minds right now. Yes. I used a little hex bolt on the upper just to keep it clean. So I didn't go with the original kind of, whatever that is, synthetic receptacle. I just put a little bolt, put a nut on it, washer. Done. And also, this, I don't know if it's because this is a Chinese reproduction, but this angle here is not angled enough for at least for my car. So I've got a little gap down here, which is okay. But basically this thing is kind of like being held in place with tension right now. It's fine. It looks good. It'll do the job. Moving on.